Ain't really like it's there now anyway. What she done did? No, sir. I'm about to talk. Yeah. You go ahead.
Ooh, that's pretty.
You still got the thing over here. Give me the. My bad. In the mic, the mouse. Yeah. I'm helping you out since your help ain't here. You know. Here you go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We good? Besides my little one, it's playing. You wait till the little one go. All right, shalom, everyone. Shalom. It's always good to be back in the house of the Father. I did try to petition for y'all to have that defending the Mashiach next week. It didn't happen, so now you got to deal with learning about yourself again. Don't say, "Oh, you be all right." This is stuff you should already be doing. This is just a review for the new folk. Yeah, it's a rehearsal. Okay. Yeah, it's a rehearsal. All right. What will we be discussing today? All right. We're gonna be talking about listening. Of course, that's the name of the lesson, right? Listening and hearing. Are those two the same thing? No. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Well, they gonna listen and hear today. Yes. All right, but we know what we gotta do before anything. Right. Well, we already did that. We gotta go with some rules. I love the rules, boy. Please keep your mic muted except when asking or answering a question. Use the mic to speak. There is a feature on Zoom in the meeting room where you can raise your hand if you have a question. All questions must be on the topic. You have 60 seconds to ask or answer a question. If you pass your 60-second window, your mic will be muted for you. These rules are due to time and the recordings of the lessons. These are live teachings. We must give the Moreh enough time to complete the lesson. This will be mixed with discussions to help build one another. Please do not abuse the time. What we got for a quote today? Listening and hearing will not only affect you, but those around you as well. Is that a true statement? We'll see today. We'll see. Yeah, that's Proverbs of the Canal. Now you got to come a little bit more often, man. You got to know about this book now. Listening. All right, well, let's talk about it. Since Keenan is on the ones and twos back there, we can get somebody else to answer this question now. What does it mean to listen? Nah.
Shalom, Moreh.
Shalom.
To listen means to pay attention to what's being said, to be attentive, you know.
Okay, all right. Anybody got anything different? All right, go ahead. Oh, that mic was still on. That's it.
So I think another application of listening is to obey in the Hebrew sense, to obey, to do.
Okay, all right. I can dig it. Anyone else? Go ahead, Cognition.
Shalom, Mr. Prakash. Shalom, thank you, Moreh. It's like listening with action, and it's past. Oh, you know what? I looked at the word wrong. It's listening with action.
See, everybody can't be like Yahuah said and look up Google. real quick. Yeah, just you stumble a
No
little.
Google, no Google.
All right. I went somewhere else now. Ain't no more Google because I'm tired of him doing that to me. So listen, to give ear to hear. All right? That's self-explanatory, right? Everybody else is saying to pay attention to sound, listen to music. All right. To hear something with thoughtful attention, to give consideration. Listen to a plea. We all do that when we listen to somebody talk, don't we? Huh? Oh, we're going to see today. We're going to see. All right, so let's look at some benefits of active listening. Does anybody know any benefits to active listening? I think somebody, she was still in the car. It's all right. She coming. She all right. You're right there. It's purple. You see it. Mm-hmm. The gray button at the bottom.
You learn something when you actually listen.
Okay. I like it. Hold on, I got it.
Also, you connect with the person that you're speaking to.
That's a good one. Go ahead, Nanamana.
Shalom, Moreh. To listen and to pay attention, you can learn a lot of wisdom, and to listen and to pay attention can actually save your life.
All right. Life saving. Okay. Anyone else? Huh? Yakaria?
Shalom, I would say it produces effective communication.
Y'all using big words. I like it. Effective. Anybody else? Yaakov.
Receive instructions.
Ooh. Y'all get into the meat of it now. I like it. Y'all mustn't knew this lesson was coming. All right. Is that what it is? Active listening builds trust and strong relationships. Not only can we build these strong relationships with each other, but with who else? A lot of people saying stuff in. Yeah, the Ruach is in the air. Yeah. Huh?
You also have a better relationship with the Father.
With the Father. That's the main person, or the main spirit, the main Ruach you're supposed to be listening to, isn't it? All right. Really want to hear. Yeah. You turn off that mic. It's hot. Active listening can help you to resolve conflict. One of the many ways we're supposed to show love to each other. No, you don't say shut your mouth. Yeah, that's better. Be quiet is better. Yeah. Love in what sense? This is biblically speaking. How are you showing love by active listening to resolve conflict? Oh, come on now. Huh? Go ahead. Huh?
Showing that you care about the other person.
Okay, but that's what the love is. But how? How?
By listening to them, by taking into consideration what they're saying.
You can mute. Go ahead, Nanamana.
You're letting them know that what they're saying matters.
Yeah, well, kind of, but understand what I'm saying. Here in the yellow, okay. Maybe I should explain this. In the white, we're talking about what the world is saying, right? In the yellow, we're going biblically, right? So biblically, hold on, let me get now one more chance. Then biblically, one of the many ways we're supposed to show love to each other. What does that mean? How can we do that? How do we show love biblically?
Oh, how we show love biblically. We show love biblically the way Hamashiach Yahushua loves us. No, I mean that's true. We try to resolve conflicts within each other. If there's a problem, we talk to each other, we resolve it, and we forgive each other.
All right, let's go give Cognition a chance, and we come in the room.
To show love biblically is to do what we're hearing, not just to hear it, but if we're doing it, that means we truly took into consideration what we heard.
Okay, now you're digging the shovel a little bit. So, okay, so what are we doing? What is exactly that we doing? So who over here?
Love is an action word. So
Yes, it is.
if you're gonna show love, you show it in your action by the
Uh-huh.
way you treat one another.
Yeah, no, we moving a little bit, but still, one thing. Who else? Okay, go ahead. You got it.
Listening also show actions to communication between you, you and the person that you are in conversation
Okay,
with.
we still looking for it. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say,
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. Yeah.
if you're actively listening to someone, you're showing them respect. That's the first thing you're doing.
Okay. You go ahead. Yeah.
Now.
Hold on. What if we go?
It's keeping the commandments,
Oh.
isn't it?
Woo! All right. Who that online? Travis, go ahead.
I was going to say, we obey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Woo, boy. See, so when I do these slides, right? I kind of time it with my questions. I say we should go no more than like 5 minutes a slide. This is about 15 right here, boy. Y'all, come on now. Yes, it's commandments now. It's the commandments. Yeah, I did say biblically like 3 times. I know. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Active listening prevents you from missing important information. Nishama, right? We'll get into that definition in a minute. Active listening enables you to identify or anticipate problems. Biblically, leave your gift at the altar and go make things right with your brother or your sister. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother lesson. We ain't. Yeah, it is. Active listening helps you to build more knowledge. Be careful to do all my commandments. It's a lot to listening, isn't it? We ain't get to hearing yet. Proverbs 1:7. The fear or the yirah or the reverence, right? So to have a fear of the Father is to have a reverence, which is a feeling of profound respect for someone or something, often a deity, conceived of as fear. So the fear or reverence of Yahuah is a beginning of knowledge. And what is that? Okay. I keep on forgetting that. Disclaimer: I would like people, when I ask what is the Hebrew term, to let the people go before the Morehs go. That was not on the rules. This is a teaching class. It's da'at. Okay. All right. So knowledge is the ability or the discernment or the understanding, the psychological result of perception and learning and reasoning, sometimes simply endowed by Elohim, often with the focus on what? Application of knowledge. And so I'm going to need something that says application is key, because I love saying it. All right. Fools despise wisdom. What is, we all know. Oh, brother, I'm going to make sure I put that on next week. Yeah, he ain't actively listening. That he already under the gun. I got it. Okay, wisdom, technical skills. Now we talked about wisdom plenty of times before, right? It's the experience, the shrewdness, and this is with a sense of the ability to what? Apply knowledge or experience or understanding or common sense and insight. Sometimes it ain't always so common, right? All right. And instruction, this is what? You should have put up Musar, okay? This discipline, chastisement, training, exhortation, and warning, okay? This is a whole process, right? With a message of how something is to be done. That was a lot. And we ain't talking about what you're supposed to hear yet. So now, but before we go further, do we know what's the difference between listening and hearing? Yeah. One has one function and the other has another. Right. You kind of vocal. So what is it? Yeah, I know, you agree. Yeah. Hey, you in agreement? It's purple. You push the button at the bottom. Huh? Take a crack at it.
Goodness.
Hold on, this.
You can hear. I mean, hearing is not really like hearing is kind of automatic. You hear whatever when you're around it. Like I can hear the air on right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of some things become background or you tune them out. But when you're actively listening, you are wanting to know what is being said or wanting to know what that sound is or wanting to learn something. So that would be the difference.
See, that wasn't that bad, was it? Not a minor. Yeah.
Shalom, Moreh. To when you listen, you like you're paying attention, but when you're hearing, it's like, do you understand what you're
Just because I'm her covering don't mean that I told her what the lesson was. I'm just.
Do you understand what is being said?
Hallelujah. Yakaria.
Shalom. I would say that hearing is just, being aware of something, listening is absorbing it and being able to act out what you heard. So just a little bit deeper.
Aria.
Hearing is processing sound and listening, processing information.
Okay. That was a very technical way of saying that. I like it. All right. So basically, I mean, we're gonna get into it, of course, but when you're listening, you're actually getting the instructions, right? And when you're hearing, you're actually doing what those instructions are. So that's the whole basis for this. That's why you're seeing it's an actual process. All right. Proverbs 92. Y'all can't hear what this man be saying. So let's put all of that into Proverbs 9 to 10, okay? The fear of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom and the knowledge. And we're going to say knowledge is the ability, discernment, and understanding, right? Of the holy word or the set apart one is insight. All right, class, what's the Hebrew? It's binah. Yeah. I purpose. Yeah, is this on? Is that on? Okay. Oh, but see, they don't. They having trouble. So I was. So they said they can't see it. So I'm just putting. Oh, okay. Well, they got to look at something. All right. Ooh, boy, y'all. Be nah. I can't pull the board closer now. You can sit in front of the class. I ain't gonna call on you, too many times. All right, so it's understanding with the capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. Now, all of this is with the cognitive condition of someone who understands. Okay, that's the difference. Right now, we just talking about understanding something. We ain't got into what you're supposed to be doing. You got to understand before you can do it. At least that's what's supposed to happen, right? All right, so understand this. The cognitive condition is of and relating to being or involving conscious intellectual activity, such as thinking, reasoning, or remembering. Cognition refers to the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. So, just like what we read, right? The fear of or having a reverence of Yahuah will help you think, reason, and remember. On top of all that, it will help you with discernment, understanding, and give you the ability to apply all of this by doing, hold on, all of this, by doing, when having an attentive ear to a matter. I had to find it. But like everything we talk about, that willingness, you're active listening, that willingness is what sets you apart and sets everything off when it comes to you as an individual. But guess what? Somebody say what? It begins and ends with you. Father can plant the seed, but if you ain't gonna eat the fruit that's bare, then none of this is gonna matter. And then what we seeing today? Yeah, Kyrie done opened up a can of worms, didn't he? Yeah. But how many people actually listening to what's being put out there, or they just making it something political? Go ahead, Nadama.
No, Sleek More, you ask who's listening. I'm listening. I put my hand up.
Ah! You own it. It's gonna yeah, when we go to the next slide. All right. Anybody tell me what are the 3 A's of listening? I doubt it, but y'all can take a crack at I heard. It's Sienna? Go ahead. She saved you.
I'm sorry. No, I wanted to speak to Kyrie opening up, people's minds.
Okay.
So no, I got a phone call yesterday from a colleague. She remembered our discussion about 3 years ago about what it is to be, an Israelite. So, and she asked me what Bible I read from and all that stuff. But yeah, I believe he's waking up a whole lot of people in a good way. Thank you.
Yeah, hallelujah. He is. You're gonna get your few people that's gonna want to find out something about it. What you got something? Of course you do. I gave him too much time. Yeah, here. Go ahead.
This is what I got. It might not be the right thing.
Yes,
I got attitude, attention, and adjustment.
Okay. Listening is a conscious activity based on 3 basic skills: attitude, attention, and adjustment. He's supposed to be back there behind that board. I gave him too much time. These skills are known collectively as AAA listening. All right. A positive attitude paves the way for open-mindedness. Don't assume from the outset that a lecture is going to be dull, like this one, because it never is. And don't assume the worst when it comes to listening, because that's what you're used to. Now, this is for those who jump out the gate with a negative attitude, no matter who's talking or what's being said. And what in the world is this right here? We need to turn the camera on and see this foolishness right here. You're supposed to put your finger up when you come in late. Yeah. Having a willingness to hear the other person out can open up a lot of doors to understanding. All right. Come on, man. Come on through. Come on. You gonna go that way? All right. How can listening change your life? How can, Well, if he could sit right next to you, he'd probably take some of the pressure off. But anybody, come on now, just take a guess, please, before he pick up his phone. Yahuah, go ahead, help me out.
Shalom, shalom. By applying the instructions that you just heard.
Okay. Not a matter.
Moreh, well, it can also, it can change your attitude about things that you didn't know. When you actively listen to something, it can change your attitude. It can help you. It can change your mindset. And even active listening can even get your attention on things that you never even knew. So therefore, you would have to do some adjustments to help you understand information even further.
All right, Cognition. And then I got Cognition, then I got mine in the back.
Okay, so how can listening change your life? It can keep you from stumbling. Normally, when instructions are given, it's to guide and to lead. And if it's righteous instruction, it can keep you from stumbling.
I like it. Okay. Shemaiah?
It could give you a warning, so you could heed the warning.
Yeah, again, who else say?
Yahuah Yisrael says on YouTube, gives a better understanding between individuals.
I like that. I like that one. Anybody else? Any of the latecomers? Go ahead, Yakara.
Shalom. My first thought is that listen to Yahuah's word saves our soul from hell. and being able to carry out his law, statutes, commandments until he comes back.
Be careful to do all my commandments, right? All right. The benefits of listening are wide-ranging and immensely powerful. Only with effective listening can you understand others, which some of y'all said, enhance relationships, which you all said, persuade or sell effectively, lead and inspire a team, an assembly, not when you're late, or learn from others. Listening along with hearing will give you the access to your desired outcomes. Why is that? I had asked a question in the beginning about because it's an action. Go ahead.
Talk about application.
Okay, application of what?
Of which was being said. His commandments.
There you, man. It's not a trick question, y'all. It's his word. You got to do his word, right? You can get your desired outcomes when you do his word. Go ahead, Ori.
Faith comes by hearing of the word of Elohim.
Yes, yes. Hallelujah. And it's key for your well-being and salvation within this walk. Ooh, man, we ain't really gotten the scripture yet. And I know y'all are scared. What you scared about? This is just listening. Man, how is effective communication learned? Oh, yeah. That's, yeah, pretty much. You say it. Go ahead, say it.
Start my timer. Okay. By listening.
This one of the latecomers, y'all. He got it. Anyone else? No? Okay. Just listen, and more listening, right? Really listen to what the other person is saying instead of formulating your response. Don't listen just to respond. We should be listening to understand and comprehend. Isn't that what the whole understanding, having common sense is? That's what we read, right? Ask for clarification to avoid misunderstandings. At that moment, the person speaking to you should be the most important person in that moment. I made that clear. I ain't saying that you gotta, have a bond with them because they're talking to you, but in that moment, if you really active listening to what someone is saying, you should be giving them your undivided attention, right? Biblically speaking, when the Father is talking to you, that should be the most important thing for you in that moment. The Father is telling you what you need to hear and how you need to react in order to keep yourself in line with Him. Do we all active listening when it comes to the Father? Yeah. Huh? You stop what you're doing and say, yes, I hear you, Father. Go ahead, Cognition.
Can I just say, every time you teach these lessons, and I listen and I'm hearing and I'm listening,
but
it's always some application within my week. So I'm just like, while I'm listening, I'm hearing you, and I'm just like, okay, I see that. I just feel like this is the week. Like, we're gonna be hearing from Abba, and yeah, take notes, Mr. Makai.
Hey, these lessons are for everybody. As we've been seeing throughout, what's going on, the Father can talk to whoever or anybody He wants to get His message across, right? This ain't no different from week to week. Go ahead. Who? Oh, Mel, can you get your hand up? You sure? Oh, all right. We love the grace with your words of wisdom. Okay. Maybe later. Okay. Critical listening. All right. Well, let's talk about it. All right. So let's group all this together, shall we? Critical listening is a process for understanding what is said and evaluating, judging, and forming an opinion on what you hear, but also have a reason or responsibility to evaluate what is being said to you and how it's being said. Now, while experts on learning and communication almost universally demean the importance and value of critical listening when it comes to real life, listening critically is used every day. Do we listen critically every No, not every day. Some sometimes. Go ahead. Yeah.
Can
Uh-oh, you gotta press a button, yeah. Oh, you keep it on, huh? That's a hot mic right there.
can also reading be considered critical listening?
Reading?
Yes.
Eh, yeah, when you're reading, you are absorbing it. Reading out loud would be something different. Yeah,
I
yeah.
read out loud to myself.
Well, that's yeah. Okay. All right. The key is to try to understand the other person first before one evaluates, right? You have to hear the whole matter first. Remember, you ain't supposed to be listening just to respond, right? All right. How do you do this? Don't worry about it. I'm going to answer. The listener assesses the strengths and weaknesses of the content, agrees or disagrees with the information, and analyzes and synthesizes the material. You know, the opposite of that don't even make sense, or I said what I said. You know who you are. You know,
Say what I said.
yeah. You mean what? You know this. Yeah. Period. You know. Critical listening strategies. All right. So you might want to write some of this stuff down or take some screenshots. Find areas of interest in the material you are listening to or in whoever you're listening to, right? This is how you start to formulate your thoughts and reply to what you are hearing, right? Reserve judgment, y'all. Recognize your emotional bias. Remember not to listen just to respond. This can lead to things such as you not want a dialogue, you just want to argue. They say argue, not argue, it's argue. Yeah. You mad. Okay. No. Avoid distractions, internal and external, right? Past hurt and pain is a good example. Remember when we talked about this, right? We did this before. Certain words or actions can trigger different emotional responses. The other person may not know this. You shouldn't let these things create an issue that the other person didn't know about. Go ahead, Yahuah. What's on your mind, John? Come on.
Shalom. Yeah, and you reading that, the scripture that came to mind is out of Proverbs 18, when it says, "He that answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly to him and a shame."
All right. Every time he talk, all I hear is my name John Coffee. My name John Coffee. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says avoid distractions, internal, external, past hurt and pain is a good example. Remember, we talked about this before. Certain words or actions can trigger different emotional responses. How would trolling fall into this?
You can avoid that.
Like, is a person that's a troll, like just trolling, would they be considered a distraction?
Yes, absolutely. Especially if they saying something that you don't like, or if it's saying something that's meant to hurt you or something. You don't have to keep yourself in that situation.
Well, what if it's something that's true?
Well, listen. You need a therapist.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you mean? Give me an example.
Okay. So some people think that what Kanye is doing is he's trolling because he's done it before in the past, but more so now it's a form. Oh, sorry. Okay. I was just asking about trolling. That's all.
Let's go to the board. Now, go ahead. The thing is, that's an opinion. That's not where's the fact in that? Where has anybody came to that conclusion? I mean, you can say different things because you don't like the information. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily a troll. Trolling would be like, remember we talked about that with social media bullying. That would be considered a troll. You know, someone that's trying to get under your skin by saying hurtful things. That'd be a form of trolling. And there are a lot of people that are like that. But even in that instance, you still don't have to keep yourself in that situation. Now, if you want to listen to it, you can. But who is it going to hurt? It's not gonna hurt the troll, right? You get what I'm saying? No. Okay, I'm gonna start messing with you. All right, that wasn't that. Yeah, that was difficult, wasn't it? That was, man. So next week's lesson is gonna be really tough. Hearing. Let's talk about it. All right. Put your phones away. Put your phones away. What is the meaning of hearing? Okay, he ain't got his. Go ahead. All right, I got you too. No, I got both of y'all.
Hey, shalom, Big Op.
Shalom.
All right, so hearing is the same thing as Shema.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. See, she had to get a daughter involved now because she didn't want me calling her no more. I get it.
Actually knowing what someone's saying.
Ooh, all right. She been active listening. Go ahead. Uh-huh. I fist bumped you. Yeah, that was right.
I'm
proud papa right there.
I'm gonna go with what Akuti said. She said hearing is what? Processing sound.
Okay. He not having his phone as his kryptonite. Go ahead, Nadamana.
Moreh, I think hearing means to understand. You know, you hear something. I mean, it to be a sound, but also to apprehend, to understand.
Well, now, remember we just did the whole understanding montage when it came to listening. Hearing, yeah, it's bina. Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to take a stab at it? Go ahead, Shema. No.
I'm going to bring up listening as well. I'm thinking like hearing is like the physical aspect, and listening is, I'm sorry, yeah. Wait, no, I'm going backwards. Yeah, hearing is the physical, and like listening is the mental aspect of it, because listening is actually carrying out.
Okay, let's look at it. All right, to hear and probably to be on guard or to keep, right? To perceive or apprehend by ear, to gain knowledge by hearing, to listen to with attention, to heed, and we're going to get into heed in a moment. All right, to take testimony from, hear witnesses. Being a witness for someone can bring them and yourself closer to the Father. Never underestimate the power of a testimony. We talked about that before. To gain information, to learn, to receive communication. You know, you have it in brackets, haven't heard from her lately, right? Do we check on each other at least once? Every full blue moon? I got it. Physically say, hey, how you doing? A text, FaceTime, email. Oh, okay. Telegram, is that what it is? Is that where it's at? All right. Listening to argue or dismiss what's being said or dismiss who's talking. Don't nobody do that, right? We all listen to the whole matter. Huh? Yeah, okay. Let's move this along. All right. Why is hearing important in communication? Remember, this is not listening. You're doing something now. So why is the action important in communication? Don't all speak up at once now. Okay, go. Yeah, go ahead. You can try. That's all we ask. Just try.
Hearing sometimes it gives it helps you digest what you are taking in.
See there? Nadamana? I got you. Oh, you hooking now.
You
Go
can't
ahead.
do
Go ahead.
without it, Moreh.
Go ahead.
You can't communicate without it.
Without hearing, without doing something, you can't communicate?
Well, it's like you need that part of it. You need that part of communication when someone is speaking to you. Okay. It's important part of communication is to hear what the person is saying. It's very
now
important.
we could go down a big old rabbit hole with that one because there are many different forms of communication.
Well, no, I'm just saying hearing is important part of communication because you're trying to apprehend what someone is telling you.
Okay. All right. Who else you say was online? Yahuah.
Yeah, and hearing, in some instances, you can actually hear what the person is saying and what they're not saying because you're attentive.
Okay. Thank you, John Coffey. Thank you. Who else is there? Leora?
All right, boss.
Go ahead, Leora.
I was just gonna say hearing so that you can properly respond to what you're hearing. For instance, if it's instructions, you need to be hearing so you can properly respond.
I like that. I like it. You said Cognition?
Why hearing is important in communication. I heard you read earlier that it pleases the Father. So if faith comes by hearing, and without faith, it's impossible to please. It just kind of goes together.
Okay. Let's test that theory out, okay? As one of the most important senses, the ability to hear enables us to connect to the world for many very important, even vital reasons. Most importantly, hearing connects us to people, enabling us to communicate in a way that none of our other senses can achieve. Remember what we talked about, simply taking the time to hear someone out, giving them your ear, can change someone's outlook on life, among other things. Right? So with that being said, what is the purpose of hearing? Y'all should get this because y'all been throwing out so many of the same answers for everything else but for what that is. So now's your time to shine with that answer. They don't remember? God, oh, you don't remember? Come on now, somebody. I'm about to point in purple mic in a minute. Y'all better help Bella out. Bella? Nothing. Woo. All right. I'll go ahead, Nanamana.
Well, Moreh, it's important so we can have like relations with everyone in our family, and also hearing what the Father has to say to us to carry out His instructions. You know, that's the importance of hearing what the Father has to say, so we can do what He asks us to do, and also in the dynamics of life and our social life. It's very important.
So here's the question down here though. What's that? What's that?
It's vitally important to hear what the Father has, or what the Father is telling us to do.
Hey, here. What is the purpose of hearing though? I know it's important.
Well, it's because it's a connection. It is a connection from us to the Father.
Okay. All right. I got you, Shabaya.
Communication.
Mm-hmm. It's the purpose of it is communication?
Communication.
Okay.
Instruction.
Instruction. All right. A little better. Did you have your hand up? Hey, you put your hand down. I got you. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. See? Mm-hmm.
All right. So the purpose of hearing is to discern.
Ooh. Hey. I'm gonna start calling on Yellow Mike. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Hearing is essential for maintaining relationships and connections with friends and family, fully participating in team and community activities, and experiencing life events. Did someone say Sukkot? No? Okay, but do you hear that, Sukkot? Did we not talk about this at Sukkot? Maybe that's a better question.
Depends on who's listening.
Oh,
who was hearing.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that should have heard every word I said now. Okay. The one it was a little cold. I got it.
A lot of distraction. I was in the hospital.
But even with this, in past lessons that we've done with Sukkot, does this not explain what the purpose of hearing is? Huh? Hearing makes it possible to engage, listen, laugh, and enjoy many of the things that help shape your quality of life. Okay, man. Whew, everybody take a breath. Just breathe for a second. Cause now here come the bad part. And I don't want to see no eyes down, because I'm talking about you. I'm gonna start looking at you when I'm talking. Okay. What does it mean to take heed? That's simple. Oh, wow. I like the hands up. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll be up first. Okay.
Tread lightly.
Ooh.
Be cautious.
All right. Yeah. What'd you say? Get your mic ready.
To regard as important.
I like that. Yeah. I got it.
When you take heed, you have heard something that should make you kind of be maybe wary or more aware of what's to come, or to be kind of like on your toes about what's to happen next. When you
act like you don't know nothing. I don't know what you. Not a motto.
To take heed is to pay strict attention to something that's being said or done.
Now we actively listening. All right. Who? Yahuah?
Yes, to follow through with what you heard, to take action.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else? No? That's it? Okay. Let's not be labeled. All right. To take heed means to give serious attention to warnings, advice, some realities or facts or situations on ground, and take them into account when acting. So you're still supposed to be doing something. It means to be careful and precautious, to take care and ensure that certain things are done or not done to avoid ugly effects or unpleasant results. Be careful to do all my commandments, or else you're going to get them ugly effects or unpleasant results. Huh? All right. Y'all ready? Okay. Okay, something easy, you know. The 80, 86 is Shema, right? It's to hear and obey. So would this be considered the doing part? Yes. Or this the okay, it's the doing part. Yeah. Okay. So then what is this one? All right. Yeah. This is Shema, all right? So to hear, to listen, to obey. Now let's look at this. To cause to obey, to pay attention. So if up here is the doing, then what is this here? This is the getting information, isn't it? You have to listen in order to know what you need to pay attention to and what you need to obey. Then once you get that information, what you doing? You're actually applying it, right? Okay, don't lose me now. We almost out of here. Ain't gonna be blaming too much longer. It's gonna stay there. It'll be all right. All right, Deuteronomy 26, 16 and 17. This day, Yahuah, your Elohim, commands you to do these statutes. What is it? All right, this portion, term, do, law, or prescription, right? With a sense of being in their authoritative rule. And then you have and rules. And can I at least ask the question first? And class, what is this word? Okay. Decision, judgment, dispute, case, claim, measure, and law. All right. You shall therefore be careful to do them with all your heart and with all your soul. You have declared today that Yahuah is your Elohim, and that you will walk in his ways and keep his statutes and his commandments and his rules, and will do obey his voice. That's a lesson right there. I don't even gotta. All the rest of this stuff is just so you can, dig a little deeper into it. All right. So we're gonna go to Proverbs 8, 32 to 36. All right. We're gonna skip around a little bit because I like writing stuff for y'all that y'all say is too small. It's okay. Starting in verse 32. And now, O sons, listen to me. Blessed, and what is this word, class? Asheri, all right, it means to be happy. Blessed is he who, with a sense of being highly favored or fortunate, as by divine grace, right? So, and now, O sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways, Hear instruction and be wise. What's the word for wise? Okay, I'm just making sure. And do not neglect it. All right, now this is para. It's a word for neglect. It means to let free, make someone go out of control, allow to run wild, leave unattended, with a sense of to ignore, to borrow from attention or consideration. You know, I have to really concentrate on what I'm saying so I don't laugh, you know, because it ain't always that easy. Now listen to this. This is my commentary. By listening to wisdom's instruction and following it, you become wise and are blessed. Now this blessing comes from following wisdom, eagerly watching and waiting, being patient and enduring to the end. You can't say, well, I'm not listening to you now. Can I get them blessings? They ain't how it works. You may think so, but it don't work that way. All right, so let's skip down for a second. Let's go to Proverbs 4, 1-2. Hear, O sons, hear a father's instruction. What we say instruction is? Discipline, chastisement, training, etc. Right? And be attentive. Now here is the word kashav, right? That you may gain insight. What we say? Okay. All right. And this is people who can't read it. Understanding with the capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. All of this with the cognitive condition of someone who understands. Right? For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teachings. Now, the word here for forsake is azav. He says leave. Leave behind. Leave over. Let go, give up, or abandon. Man. Now, for Kashah, we have the H7181. All right, means to listen, pay attention, or give heed. Now, look at this here. Accept information as true and respond to it. You got to believe it. If you're going to accept it, you should believe it, right? So if we go back to Proverbs 4, 1-2, it's saying, don't forsake or abandon what I tell you. I'm giving you good instructions or precepts. These precepts are giving you discipline, chastisement, training, exhortation, and warnings, which is something you need to pay attention to or heed. Remember, it goes back. This is the way you're going to please the Father. This is how you're going to get the desires of your heart, right? Man, maybe I need to make a process chart of all the things that you got to do, because it's, yeah. No. You watch too much TV. Isaiah 32:3. Y'all know what show he's talking about when he said that. Then the eyes of those who see will not be closed, and the ears of those who hear, or everybody say it with me now. Shema, meaning they will hear the word, will give attention, which is kashah, meaning, and they will be okay. All right. Are we understanding what I'm putting down? Okay. Oh my goodness. Proverbs, what is that? 4? Let me go on to the verse. Yeah, 20-22. My son, be attentive, again, kashab, to my words, incline, which is natah, your ear to my sayings. Let them not escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. So we're going to keep going. This is going to keep going. All right. So let's finish this out here. Now, for Natal, we have the H5186. All right. This is a prime root, meaning to stretch, spread, or lengthen. All right. With a sense to bend or turn one's ear towards a speaker in order to listen well. Now, this isn't just hearing the audible sound, but hearing with the intent of having a clear understanding in the matter. Okay? Proverbs 5, 1-2. My son, be attentive to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding. If you remember what understanding is, right? The cognitive condition we talked about earlier. That you may keep discretion, which is the ability to make proper decisions, and your lips may guard or keep knowledge. All right. So if we pay attention and listen to wisdom and turn your ear towards understanding, that will give you the ability to make proper decisions and help you keep the knowledge that you acquire. All right. Simple enough. So why is it so hard? Oh, he said bad application for all those who couldn't hear. Okay. Proverbs 22:17-19. All right. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge, for it will be pleasant if you keep them within you. If all of them are already on your list, that your trust or your confidence may be in Yahuah. I have made them known to you today, even to you. And he was talking directly to somebody. That's why he said that. All right. Almost done here. Let's go back to Proverbs 8, starting in verse 34. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting beside my doors. For whoever finds me finds life and obtains favor from Elohim. What are you finding that obtains a favor? What is? Oh, I should have said class, but that's okay. Yeah, I know. I got to put in the rules. I got you. 36. But he who fails to find me injures himself. All who hate me love death.
Come on, talk about it.
Not a minor. Go ahead.
Speak up more. Are you referring to wisdom?
Yes, it's wisdom. Hallelujah. I taught her that. Okay. Wisdom and instruction will have you on the path to life. Neglecting or forsaking these two things will have you on the path going towards the grave, figuratively and literally, spiritually or physically. That's why paying attention and heeding the warning is so important. That's the last thing we're going to talk about. It's late. That's the last lesson. Second death is what they call it. Proverbs 15:32. Whoever ignores, or parah, remember what that is, right? You're letting it free. You're allowing it to run wild, right? So whoever ignores instruction despises. Now, what is this word? Oh, here we. Oh, I forgot. No, it ain't even that. It's the actual word. It's a good thing we ain't getting monetized on here, boy. They would have shut that down. Yeah. Ma'as. To refuse, to reject, to look down on with contempt. So if you ignoring instruction, you despise himself. But he who listens to reproof gains intelligence. You actually hate yourself when you ignore the instruction given to you. That's nobody in here, though, right? You need the mic? You need the mic?
So when I don't like something, you say my us. Yes. I'm an us.
Don't say that in the mic. Don't say that in the mic.
I'm an us. I refuse. This is my us. I refuse.
I should have made the animation to be able to take that one off so we can. Proverbs 19:8. Whoever gets sense, a lave. What is lave, y'all? The heart, right? This is the will and even the intellect of the heart, one's inner self. So whoever gets sense, love his own soul. He who keeps guard or keeps or guards understanding will discover good. So you need to tear off that stony flesh around your heart and keep the Father's word so that it may be good for you. Proverbs 16:20-21. Whoever gives thought, which is a sense to study, give attention to. So whoever gives thought to the word will discover good, and blessed is he who trusts. Remember, this is having confidence or being confident in Yahuah. The wise of heart is called discerning, and sweetness of speech increases persuasiveness. Basically saying that when you're wise in heart, this makes learning desirable. It's not a chore anymore. Huh? Let me hurry and get these few little verses in before I go to sleep. You want to do this every day. Well, that's how it's supposed to be. You see how big this process is and how it's separated into? This is just listening and hearing. So therefore, you need to really understand what this threshing floor is all about. David had to have all of this in order to do what he did at that threshing floor. Can y'all do this? Okay.
All things are possible.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that that's gone now. Okay. It's gone. Sirach 6:23, all right, Revised Standard Version. Listen, my son, and accept my judgment. Do not reject my counsel. No. Psalm 78:1. Give ear, O my people, to my teaching, and incline your ears to the words of my mouth. Keep that in red in mind when you read these. Huh? Give ear and hear my voice. Give attention and hear my speech. This is a good one right here. Psalms 49:1. Hear this, all peoples. Give ear, all inhabitants of the world. That's what Kanye and Kyrie trying to do, huh? Now, you can't get out of this process. Just like you want to be heard and understood, you have to go through the same process everyone else does. No corners can be bent. You have to take the straight and narrow path when dealing with such things in this walk. Listening and hearing helps you to become a better sister, better brother, Ish or husband, Isha or wife, and child of Yah. You just have to be willing to put in the work necessary to complete such a task. Yeah. Now, my brother wants to know, are there any questions or comments pertaining to the lesson?
I speak on Moreh.
Hold on, listen. He just coming into the walk, okay? He heard Kanye. He said, well, let me start asking some questions. He don't know about the fringes yet, okay? Give him a chance. Go ahead, Nanamana.
Moreh, are you going to continue this this lesson next week?
Yeah, it's going to be a little, yeah. It's gonna start to intensify next week.
Okay. Toda Rabah, Moreh.
Hallelujah. Well, I'm here all month, you know. Yeah, but next week's lesson, whew, boy, it's gonna be something. And then the one after that, it's gonna be continuation of the last one. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, but no. Listen, as long as y'all got past the listening part, that was a little rough. But the hearing and the taking heed, y'all came around a little bit. You'll be all right. Anything else? Who that be? Oh, go ahead, purple mic. Say it. The name of the lesson? Yeah. The art of listening. Listening and hearing. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. All right. Say what? It's fine. They'll find it. All right. If all hearts and minds are clear. Yeah, we will. We can stand. And we can close.
Baruch atah Yahuah Eloheinu melech haolam. Father, we thank you for the word that you have sent out today. We thank you for helping us to understand that we have to hear, we have to listen, we have to heed, we have to be in your word and study and learn how to love each other using these tools you have given to us. We ask, Father, in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, that you bless each one of us who heard the word, will receive that word and be doers of that word. We lift you up on high. We also thank you, Father, for the meal we're about to receive. Let it be nourishing in our bodies. Bless the hands that prepare it and bless the funds to guide it. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach and the power of his blood, count it all done. Amen.
Shalom, mishpachah.
Shalom.